What is up there, Misfits? How y'all doing? Welcome to Pages of Ascension. If you're new, there should be a whole host of you that are new. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Tribe of Misfits. Thank you so much for checking out my channel and subscribing. This particular reading is going to be for the quality of fixed signs in the Zodiac. So fixed signs, what is that? Well, if you are a fixed sign, you are either a Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius in your sun sign, okay? So that is who this reading is for, and it is supposed to last for the entirety of Gemini season, okay? So Gemini season runs from May 20th-ish to June 20th-ish. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get this all going, get everything shuffled up for you. I'm going to go ahead and pull your theme on camera, but I've already pre-shuffled and pulled your message and your lesson, okay? So let's go ahead and get the theme out. Spirit, what is the theme for fixed signs during Gemini season? And that quite literally flew out of the deck. So we have abundance for you, fixed signs. I think that's pretty freaking rad. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, right? Abundance. So I feel like that's actually boding pretty freaking well here. So let me go ahead and give myself some space. I will be using Osho Zen Tarot for your deck today. Excuse me, for your deck this particular Zodiac season. It's just what I was called to do for y'all. Normally I'll use the same deck, but for whatever reason it's different for this month. But you know, for those of you that know, you know how it is. So Osho Zen Tarot it is. So bear with me as I shuffle these up. I'm going to be pulling 7 cards for you because I'm looking for the tipping point for you during Gemini season. So it takes a second for all those to come out. I appreciate your patience. In the meantime, go ahead and share, like this video, and feel free to subscribe if you're feeling it so far, okay? Ooh, okay. Itchy nose. Ooh. Okay, and one more. There we go. All right, let me do what I can. I will do my best to keep all of these in frame. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, so fixed signs, this is super interesting for y'all. I feel like, at least this season, there may be a tower moment for you. Now, don't worry. I do feel like you're going to get through this tower moment successfully, even though it's going to be incredibly intense. It's going to come in quick. It's going to come out of left field. And you're going to conquer that like it's your business, okay? So I feel like you're going to be fine on that end. But, you know, forewarn is forearmed. Be aware that there is tower energy surrounding you this month, okay? Now, that said, Tower energy is neither good nor bad, it just is, okay? So the fact that you've got the abundance card sitting up here for you, I feel like bodes very well. Whatever this moment is brings in this. It's like you need this tower moment. Okay, I'm getting the burping thing going on. It's like you need this tower moment in order to catalyze this abundance to you, okay? The intensity of it is what's going to help to bring this in. That's what's going to make you successful. So, what's interesting is that on the flip side, there's a heavy amount of guilt about something, because it's like, and I can see how this could be particularly difficult for a fixed sign, and that is you're being forced right now, or at least to some degree during Gemini season, to go with the flow. You know, fixed signs are, they like things how they like them. They like knowing what they're, you know, what they have to do, what's coming next, in the order, what time, what day, what place. Y'all very much like to know all of the details. And I feel like with Gemini season, there's a lot happening and no context and no details, and it's all happening very quickly. So it's like there's some degree of guilt that you feel about not knowing what to do in this situation. So it could be for some of you fixed signs that you are like the go-to person in your community, in your home, like when there is an issue or a crisis or people don't know what to do, they come to you. And it's like you're feeling very guilty about being in this position until not knowing what to tell people. Like, you know, the Rona is as good an example as anything, right? You know, there's people coming to you, well, you know, when are these things going to go back to normal? When am I going to be able to go here? When am I going to be able to go there? And you're telling them, like, look, I don't know. We just kind of have to go with, you know, how things unfold. We have to watch things unfold and go based on that. And there's a small degree of guilt that you feel about that, about not having an absolute to either share with people, or even not knowing an absolute as far as how to deal with this situation. I feel like the intensity and the quickness of whatever this tower moment is coming in, like, supersedes your ability to know how to act. It happens too quick for you to be able to truly sit down, take time to think, and formulate a plan. So you have to, on your feet. You have to think on your feet with this, okay? So the tipping point for you in this is, ironically, laziness. It's the Nine of Cups. So it's like, there's a couple different sides to this. So on one end, it could be just something that you're benefiting from, that you don't have to do anything. It's like everything is falling apart and I'm benefiting from it falling apart, right? Okay, so that's one area in which this laziness isn't necessarily bad. It would be like you feeling guilty that you didn't have to do anything to get this windfall. Okay, that you're innocent in how this all landed in your lap. Okay, but I feel like on the other end, this laziness could speak to how you utilize that abundance. So it's like you can get all the abundance in the world coming to you, whether that's love, money, whatever, okay? Pick whatever topic of abundance that you want. It's more than just money, but it's like whatever this abundance is coming to you, it's like this laziness card is speaking to the need to make sure that you utilize it correctly, that you use it correctly, that you are not lazy with it, that you don't sit on your laurels with it, okay? Yes, go with the flow, but go with the flow in the overall situation itself, as in your ability to affect any change in what's going on. You know, that's that whole idea of, you know, accept the things that I can't change what I can, accept the things that I can't change. I feel like this scenario, this thunderbolt moment, this tower moment, is not something that you can change. It isn't anything that you can affect your will on. I feel like it's universal and kind of out of your hands. You will benefit from it. It will be intense to go through it, but you're going to be okay. Okay, that's what I feel. So you can go with the flow of the situation, recognize that this is a situation, you just kind of have to give it to the creator, if you will, because there is nothing that you can do to make any difference of it. However, not the inability to be able to make a difference in this situation is not an inability to make a difference in how you present yourself within that situation. So make sure that you're not resting on your laurels when this windfall comes to you. I don't know what it's going to be in. I'm not seeing any money cards, so I don't know that this abundance is necessarily money, but it's something that you are going to be successful at, and you know that the universe is shining on you for. Okay, just get rid of the guilt. There's no point in feeling guilty when it's nothing that you can do. It isn't your fault. You didn't cause it. Okay, whatever that is. All right, fixed signs. So let's go ahead and hop into your clarifiers. Let's see here. So I definitely want to take a look at the thunderbolt. And actually, I want to take a look at the guilt as well. Guilt and laziness to see why those two are here. So let's look at thunderbolt first. All right, why do we have thunderbolt on the board for fixed signs? Faith. Okay, so your faith is being tested right now, fixed signs. Yeah. Let me get one more. As you give me two. Never listen. Okay, finish out the shuffle there. You got a choice to make, fixed signs. So I feel like your faith is definitely being tested with this situation that's being presented to you. It is going to cause a great deal of emotion. There is some type of emotional truth that is going to come out within this situation. Okay. And it's going to lead to you needing to choose, or at least what it feels more like is feeling like you need to choose. Okay, that's what's up in your head right now, is feeling like you need to choose. But ultimately, I feel like in this situation, you need to have faith. Okay, you need to have faith that making the choice to vocalize your emotions, how you're feeling about whatever this thunderbolt moment is going to make a very large difference in the outcome of the intensity. Like, it's going to be intense no matter what, but it could be intense on a scale of 2 versus intense on a scale of 12. It's up to you, and that's based on how you communicate your emotions in this situation, okay? Let's go ahead and look at laziness. Spirit, can you tell me about laziness for our fixed signs? Okay, so 5 of Cups, that's grief. Yeah, so I feel like for some of you, you've just poured your blood, sweat, and tears into something. And, you know, that's what I was hearing, but again, general reading, so I don't like to really give specifics, but, you know, say this is a business, for example, that you've really like invested a lot of time into. You know, you've shed a lot of tears. You literally, I would feel like for some of you in some cases, shed a lot of blood. You've nurtured, you've planted, you've, you know, invested a lot of time and energy into just, let's say, a project, and then, something comes along. It has to do with some emotional truth. Something comes out, some kind of emotional truth that just kind of causes everything to crumble. But here's the thing about that. Even though you've invested a lot of time into this and you don't want to invest any more time, you're done investing time, you feel like you've invested enough. That's why we've got this laziness card here. Now, normally, of course, Nine of Cups is a good card. Excuse me, that is not the right way to say that. Normally, Nine of Cups can represent a good card, such as emotional fulfillment, but in this deck, and actually even in the Rider-Waite, it can also represent greed and gluttony and selfishness, okay? And laziness, like sloth energy, okay? I'm not talking about the cute animal sloth. I'm talking about like biblical sloth, okay? Like sloth energy. So you don't want to have to continue to put in any more work into this particular project, situation, person, thing. Pick whatever it is for you. But your abundance lies in putting in more work. Or at least in working on how you present yourself. You can't really do anything about the situation right now. I'm feeling like that is divinely, being puppeteered. And, excuse me, got the burpee there. I feel like that's being divinely puppeteered. So the only thing you can do is control the way you show up. So don't show up lazy. Continue to put in the effort. Okay? Let's look at the guilt card. Spirit gonna get a couple of cards for the Eight of Swords for our fixed signs. Can I get one more, please? One more again. There we go. Oh, this is guilt about leaving. Okay, so you feel like leaving whatever this situation is. It's making you feel guilty. That's what's okay. I'm seeing it now. So walking away from this situation makes you feel guilty because in some aspect, it also feels like you're betraying people, place, thing, whatever it is. But you have to have faith that this blow up is happening for a reason. This emotional truth is coming out for a reason. Okay? You're innocent in the way that all of this is going down. And you just need to roll with it. Okay? So, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's go ahead and look at your message. So your message is stop and take in the view. Take stock of the treasures you earned. And this is where that abundance card is coming back in again, okay? So okay, I don't know why there's that glare there. But this is very much tying into this go with the flow energy. Like, you're being bookended with it saying, like, if you just flow with the river, get into flow state, the success is going to come to you. You're not going to really have to do anything. Like, obviously, be careful about how you show up because there is a tendency to be lazy right now. You still have to put in work. You're not done putting in the work, okay? But if you go with how things are turning, success is there for you. So if I were to use an analogy, okay, you can control the driving of this particular car, okay? But you can't control how the road curves. The only thing you can do is adjust your speed accordingly. That's what this is. Okay, so your soul lesson, oh my god, it appeared twice, is success. So I do feel like for you fixed signs, success is at hand. Even though it may not feel like it right now, like there is a lot of, I'm picking up just a lot of like chaotic energy off of this guilt card. Like these two cards right here. But this blow up is not your fault. It's not anything that you could have done. Don't feel guilty about your success because you learned, you chose to work with the energies that the universe was presenting you with. Okay? That's what this is telling me. Again, I'm going to use that car analogy because that's boss as fuck and I've never thought of that before. But you're in the car. Okay? You can control the speed of the car. You cannot control the way the road curves. You just adjust your speed accordingly. Okay? So, with that, my wonderful, wonderful misfits, we're going to go ahead and call it here. I hope that you found this helpful. Remember, if this resonated with you, I would absolutely appreciate a like. It helps the channel, it helps keep me inspired. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. There's more readings like this where this came from, okay? If this reading resonated for you and you would like to dig more into your own personal situation, you can get at me at POACreator.com and we can get a personal reading scheduled for you there. Okay? So with that said, much gratitude for each and every one of you. Much love, and I will see you next month. Take it easy, fixed signs.